It's Jimmy Jam.
Hello?
Is that Carl?
Everybody there? Hello?
It's me. I hear Carl.
Holy shit. Just a sec. I'm coming.
All good, my friend.
Coming. I can't quite hear you because my headset's not on. I can hear some mumbling. Coming. Okay.
Oh, do you have it in the background too?
How is that? Did you do that too?
Yeah, I have it in like I have it just playing in the background, not on my screen, but in the room, just so I could watch things that I enjoy.
Oh yeah, right on. I got to move my camera a little bit. Is that still good there? Oh shit. There. My cord is a little short.
A little short cord.
I have a short cord here.
It's okay. I think there might be things for that. Anyways,
is that okay? Is that okay there?
Yeah. Center yourself a little bit more there. That's good.
This way?
The other way.
This way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now we got somebody watching. Martin. Hi, Martin. Hey, Martin.
Hello, Martin.
Martin. Hey, Martin Perez. I'm saying hi to Martin Perez here. Hi, Martin Perez. Oh,
thanks for joining the stream.
Now it says him Martin because I didn't put a space in there.
Hey, Martin. Are you referencing something there?
Aiden here too. Hi, Aiden. Hi, Aiden. Thanks for tuning in. We're here to talk about actually JimmyJamz. Let everybody know what are we here for.
Okay, well, this is part 3 of our randomly created Alien series, and we're talking about the Alien movies, and we started with 2 of the best ones, Alien and Aliens. Make sure to go check that out. Hit up JimmyJamz, JimmyJamz Presents. Go to my YouTube channel, and there'll be a link down below later on. And also, just check it out. I have a playlist called Nerdy and Chaotic, and that's where I've been putting these live streams after they've been finished. Well, whenever Carl puts them up, because I'm lazy to create my own, to be honest. So I've just been putting Carl's up. I'm gonna edit my own at some point here, but
JimmyJamz needs more subscribers, so go give him.
Yes, I need like 5 more subscribers, and I'll be able to do my own live things and be able to host my own. Host these things myself with a bunch of different people too. I'm hoping to get a bunch of movie series going and just talking about them with people, and get this kind of going off because I love talking about movies. And this is.
There. I'm going to put your link in the description box here.
Oh, there you go.
I'm about to do it. Here it is. I think this will work. I'm testing. There we go.
Testing. 1, 2.
I don't know if that works. But if that works,
there's
there
a
it
link
is.
there.
I don't know if it works.
Check it out.
If it works,
check out JimmyJamz Presents there. Click on it. Let's see if I can get like 1 or 2 more, even 1 more subscriber from tonight. I'll be happy. But if I can get the other 6,
fuck that. Woo! We need 6. We need at least 6 to hit 50 tonight. That's the goal. Right. Tell your friends, share it everywhere. Say, get over here, sub this guy because he. Oh,
there's a lot of fun stuff too. There, I do animations that I create myself that take a hell of a lot of time. And they get me less views than the things that I'll walk around. I do a lot of vlogging too. I don't know. It's a random channel, but I'm just trying to get myself out there, just to let people know who I am and what the hell I'm about. So, as I said before, we talked about 2 of the best Alien movies, and now we're gonna watch Prometheus, which if you have watched. If you have watched any of our other reviews, you might know my take on this movie. But I'm going to go into this fresh. So we're going to start off, and we're gonna give it a fair review.
Fair
review. And
we're all about fairness. We're all about fairness here.
Yeah. Absolutely. I don't like this movie. But we'll get into that.
I'm going to come out right now and say I did not either.
No, okay. And like I've said before we get into this movie, as it is in the universe of everything, because that's what fucks things up a lot, is is when it's connected to the Alien universe. As a regular science fiction movie that had nothing to do with the Alien universe, it's an okay movie. I mean, people still make really, really stupid mistakes, but like it's an okay movie. But it doesn't need to be connected to aliens and ruin some of the fucking best things. It's so bad.
I almost have a hard time agreeing with you when you say it's an okay movie.
Right? Characters make really bad decisions.
And all of the characters suck. There's like no flavor there at all. Like they're all
the only one I liked was the captain, and that was Idris Elba.
The captain was pretty good, and the Scottish or the Irish guy who's like, I'm here to look at rocks.
Yeah, and then he's getting all stoned and shit.
Those
is that tobacco? He's like, is that tobacco in your tube? He's like, we'll say it's tobacco. I thought that was funny. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, him and the captain were the only two that had any type of charisma,
any type of character to them.
Any type of
like really. Otherwise, they're just like, we're finding our gods. But we'll get into that.
And then here's a sex scene, and then
for no reason, and then here's some kind of alien.
Where's my notes?
Kind of protomorph alien thing.
Where's my notes?
But I guess we'll go through it kind of as it's playing in the background too, because I can see it.
We can, yeah. Okay, yeah. I thought the beginning is visually stunning. The fly-ins over all the worlds and stuff. Fucking beautiful, great.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Albino Man shows up there and pukes into the river or whatever,
and then creates us.
Yeah, but I mean, the CGI on the fucking
Albino Man was so bad.
Yeah,
and the worst part about it is they actually had like a 6'8" man in makeup doing all that, and then they put this weird fucking CGI sheen over him. He wasn't like. Yeah, it was like there was an actual guy there that looked great. I've seen behind the scenes stills of it, and pictures and stuff, and he actually looks great. But then they put this weird CGI thing, and then they make the bridge of his nose all fucked up, and it makes no sense.
For me, it was like, okay, I'm watching this movie. I know after I watched it or was watching it, I was like, okay, I have watched this before, but it's the way it started was so visually fucking spectacular, though.
Well, the first 10 seconds are so beautiful.
Or 20 or so, yeah. It's 20, showing you all the different geography and whatever, the planet.
Earth before it was Earth.
Yeah, Earth. There you go. And it's like so awesome. Like it's spectacular, stunning videography. And this kind of shitty fucking
CGI that's just thrown in your face.
And it was kind of it didn't work for me.
No, it's just so overly done that way. Like I don't know why they thought to do it with the CGI. Even as like when he looked more like a human, it made more sense. So sure, I don't know why they went with CGI over practical, because the Alien series was created on practical effects. Like that's why they were so good.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, goddamn, like the xenomorph and stuff, like that was all practical, and it was so good. Mm-hmm. And they only showed it a few times, and then in Aliens, when they got a bigger budget and made it more actiony, it still looked great, and they did such good practical effects that was like mind blowing. That still look good today. This movie doesn't look good today. Like other than some of the big scoping shots that they did with drones over landscapes and whatnot, like those were beautiful. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, the CGI, the effects, they don't look good. So like it's very dated. It makes it look like an era of its time. I guess this was 10 years ago, and it was just,
what was it, 2012?
Yeah, 2012, 2013, somewhere in there.
Somewhere around there, yeah. So it's kind of an old movie now. The CGI to me was just so, of the aliens there was just so, I don't know, it was just so blah, It was like...
They didn't have any definition. It was just another like alien on screen.
Yeah, and it's
but it wasn't.
It seemed like they took the cheap way out on the CGI. They made like a bunch of
absolutely.
Instead of giving them too much character, they were just sort of smooth, sanded off.
Whatever. Yeah, too smooth. Everything was way too smooth.
Yeah.
Even when they were supposed to look gnarly, but like no, they didn't have the ridges. They didn't have like the character of the xenomorph guy, and they're not supposed to be xenomorphs. I know that it's supposed to be like the evolution of them, but the next movie gets even stupider. That I'm gonna make you watch Alien Covenant, but I almost like it more because it's like this movie. Ridley Scott went a little bit too far into creating this. Creating like the origin of everything, and everyone was like, "That was kind of stupid." Like, I want more Alien in my Alien movies. So he does another Alien movie, like that's why it's called Alien Covenant, and that's the sequel to Prometheus. But like you couldn't tell by the movie titles, you'd think it was just another Alien movie, which it is, but it's set before the initial Alien, so it's just weird and. They give an origin to the xenomorphs that I just can't fucking stand.
Do you remember where? How many years ahead of the first Alien movie was this one supposed to take place? Do you remember?
No, it's 30 years before.
Before, yeah, that's what I meant. 30 years
it's
before
like 30
the first Alien.
Or maybe it's 130. I'm not like it's like a far amount of time.
Okay.
But the technology doesn't match, right?
No, that's for sure. Yeah.
That's something that pissed me off right off the hop. Is like they have all these fucking holographic things, and they how they've said is that they were the richest part of of the earth. Like he's Wayland of the Weyland-Yutani Company. He was the richest, but still, some of that technology would have spilled out a little bit downwards, like if it was that kind of a world. But no. Like if you go into Alien and. Like it's all CRT TVs and just random fucking lights that don't really make sense why they're there, but they're there.
Yeah.
Right, but and like just like random buttons that are just fucking everywhere. But it kind of made like it, but it was old. Like it looked futuristic, but also old, like for its time. But it worked. And a movie that does do it well, and a movie I really enjoy is Alien Romulus. So you should definitely check that out. Once we get there, that's after Covenant.
I'll say Covenant next, and then Romulus. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll get into the. Okay. I guess we'll get into the origin.
Did we see Dr. Evil already?
Yes. What kind of a shit makeup job was that? Too?
Unbelievable. Yeah. Just
like why did they get? They got Guy Pearce, who's a great actor. I love Guy Pearce. Mm-hmm. Like he's actually like a really great actor. He's been in a lot of like some of my favorite B-movie action sci-fi things, and he was in Memento with if you've ever watched that movie. It's a great movie.
I've seen quite a few. I like him though. Yeah, he's a good actor.
but why did they do that to him? Like, why does he look like a lizard face?
You can't even tell it's him. I mean, are they trying to make it so he's like 200 years old? Like, I don't know. It was done very poorly.
Well, and another thing about this universe, it's like, I want to live forever. You guys have cryostasis. Like already, like the fact that Ripley survives for 50 years and doesn't age more than 10 years, maybe, like from Alien to Aliens. Mm-hmm. That's cryostasis. You can live forever that way. Like he doesn't need to. He wouldn't need to go through all of this. He could just stay in cryo. Like he could have been doing this way when he was younger. Stay in cryo, have some kind of like cyborg, like David live for him, and then like he would like imply his rule, and then he would just wake up every couple of years and give a couple of orders and go back to cryo sleep.
That's a lot of sleep.
He could have lived forever.
Well, true enough, yeah.
So like his whole thing about like I want to be immortal and I want to be because that's what it all comes down to in the end of the movie. And did you find that as a big like shock when he shows back up in the movie?
I don't know if I'd say shocked, but I was.
But like a twist or something to the story.
Yeah, a little bit. I guess. Yeah.
I saw it coming from the beginning because like I don't know, they had that weird medical thing that the daughter was really skeptical about them looking at. Like when they go into the daughter who's like running the crew or whatever.
Is that Charlize Theron? Was that?
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
thought it
Charlie,
was. Yeah, I didn't see her name
Charlie
in the credits, so yeah.
Yeah, a great actress, like great actor. She's
Okay.
amazing, but again, has no character in this other than a woman with daddy issues in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what?
And looks.
Yeah, you're like, and that's it. I mean, and I get it. I do love Idris Elba when he just like when he ends up fucking her because he just calls her out on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't an obligatory like sex scene. They just like allude to that's what's gonna happen, and then that's what like. But it doesn't cut to show you it for no reason.
Not
like,
them, no. The other two.
Like later on in this movie when they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like, what do you think about David?
Not
The
horrible.
Right?
I
Right?
didn't like him at all. That was so that was like was that the same Android series as in Alien, or was that like a Android series ahead of that one? Do you know, or do you think
he's supposed to be like the original Android like them?
Well, okay,
like, so he's supposed to be the first model.
Okay, in Alien, I can't remember that Android.
Yeah, that was Ash.
Yeah. Are they the same model? Do you know?
Yeah, well, they're not the same, but the same like series. They changed the look of them, but
Yeah,
like they're supposed to have the same intelligence, like and they kind of dumb down each, but like David is the original, just the original robot,
the original
cyborg.
evil robot.
Yeah. That pretty much, and that gets driven further in your head in the next movie. Oh yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does. So I'm not going to spoil that, but it has a lot to do with David.
He's in it. It's same character, same actor, same.
Well, and also a second model.
Oh yeah.
That's Walter. So there's two different versions of him. So it's just David, and there's literally scenes with David Fassbender pretty much playing with himself. It gets weird, but we'll get there because we have to lead up to it with this fucking shit show. Because like these people are supposed to be, so they're landing on this planet that they finally found out that the gods have been pointing to, or like all cycles and all kind of religions and all sects of humanity all have these paintings that point to this solar system and this planet. Mm-hmm. Somehow they figure that out. Mm-hmm. Okay, sure, whatever. And like, I understand the star people, blah blah blah. There's theories out there, and I'm not denouncing you people, but you're fucking crazy. Not really, but but if you believe shit like this like that, if you believe shit like that movie right there, and you are so gung ho to just believe that, like,
there's the Rubik's cube there.
Yeah. This too, like all this technology. What the fuck? And like, what in the fuck? Where did any of this come from? They never had this. The most high tech shit is that you really see is like them having cameras on their fucking armor. You know what I mean? Like, and their guns and like weaponry and shit. But that's about it. Mm-hmm. This is a whole new level of bullshittery, because it's just like a whole bunch of like, oh, this is how we can do this, and that David can just speak their language later.
Yeah, there was that one scene there where he says that he's been studying all of the ancient languages and blah, blah, blah. I'm confident I can communicate with them if your thesis is
correct,
is accurate, or something like that.
Yeah, no, he is just like, and I understand that he's supposed to be a bad character. Like, he's not supposed to be the hero at all. Mm-hmm. He's not supposed to be but he is just boring too. Yeah,
boring.
Like the acting of him, he's like I know it's supposed to be a subdued, not a human doing these things, but there's no character to him, man.
No, none.
And David Fassbender is a good actor too. Like, I've seen him do great things. He was goddamn Magneto in like some of my favorite X-Men movies, even the ones that a lot of people don't like. He was great in some of those. Mm-hmm. But God, no, he is just bad in this movie, man.
I don't know if it's his fault though.
No, I think it's the writing.
Yeah,
this story is like
they didn't want any character to come through on anybody. No, like they didn't want to have to hire anybody again. I don't think.
No. So they wanted all of them to be just lame and fodder.
Mm-hmm. It
They're
was a
like,
cash grab at the theater.
oh, absolutely. Well, it was. It's like, oh, here's the origin of the alien,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll get to it soon because I'm gonna wait to talk about the thing I hate the most about this movie, and we'll get there. It's when they get into the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and you see what. No, I'm gonna wait. So yeah, so right, like in this goddamn movie, they show up to this planet that they think the gods live in, and then they kind of damn near crash land because nobody can land a fucking vehicle properly. Like they have a shitty fucking landing,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get there, and then they have these environmental suits on, like they're walking around, like, oh yeah, okay, we have to figure it out. Like they have it all out, and they're like, okay, and then they walk into this cave or whatever that they think it is,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason there's an atmosphere processor in there that creates oxygen. So they take their masks off.
Mm-hmm.
These are scientists, like scientists, and they don't think that there's something fucked up about that, and maybe they shouldn't take their fucking masks off.
They
Right?
do. They do. There is the one scene there where they say that they've scanned or whatever, and it's more than
it's just
it's more than just oxygen. It's like
it's like enriched, just like Earth. Like it's even like a higher enrichment than Earth.
Yeah. So it was extra safe from like
bugs, like nothing can go wrong.
Germs,
and I'm like,
alien germs,
right? But it's like, no, that's what's wrong. Don't like the fact that nothing's wrong. That's wrong. Mm-hmm. Don't trust that. This is a brand new planet you just fucking landed on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and 30 seconds ago you were fucking all wearing even the fucking android was wearing a goddamn mask to make himself feel like okay with everybody, like one of the others.
To make everybody else, I got from that scene was to make everybody else feel comfortable with him. Yeah. So he put on the clown outfit.
Yeah. Again, and those suits don't look good. They look awful.
No, they're not great. No, it's
no.
I mean, I get they got to light up the actors' faces and stuff, but that was one thing that sort of bugged me about them was like, there's more fucking lights shining on their face than there is shining where they're going.
Shining outwards at all.
But I mean, I get you got to be able to see the actor's face in the movie, obviously. Yeah. But it was a little overdone.
There should have been some light on their shoulder, just a light cam on their shoulder to show that it's like they have a flashlight. Mm-hmm. Not just what's in front of them. That doesn't work that well.
Their face is the flashlight.
Right?
The glare of all of the lights in the helmet reflecting off their skin just illuminates the fucking...
But none of that makes sense. The technology in this movie sucks. Mm-hmm. And then, so they get into these fucking caves.
Where are we at?
Oh, I guess on mine, we're in the cave, so I guess we can go back to them talking about landing. This is where they finally land, I think, on yours.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then it's a shitty land. Like, things break. Every time anybody fucking lands anywhere, something breaks on the goddamn ship. Mm-hmm. Or something's glowing. Oh, yeah, this is them just finally getting to the atmosphere, I think.
Yeah, they're just going in. Yeah, they're just...
Yeah.
Flying in through the hostile environment.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like a giant fucking electrical storm from hell, the entire atmosphere of this fucking planet. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to bury through into it and fucking land there. And then that becomes a big plot point for why people get fucking stuck. Just wait. If there's that much of a storm, you guys just traveled like 6 fucking years. So, like, they literally just traveled like years to go to make it to this place, and they won't wait another fucking day or two, like 1 or 2 days for this storm to pass before they go and land. Mm-hmm. No, they're just gonna barrel through it. Mm-hmm. Again, scientists, the world's top scientists.
They trust their technology, I guess, to get
and their instinct, but no. like you can wait. Mm-hmm. Just wait 2 days, man.
You would think.
Right?
Unless the planet is always stormy, do they know me? I don't know. Or does it clear? I
well,
don't know.
that's something you could figure out by waiting.
Mm-hmm.
They have a ship that could literally that watches the out. You can watch those storm things move, or if they don't move, and maybe go to a different part of the planet. I don't know. It's like something of none of that makes sense to just barrel through this electrical storm to get onto this fucking planet that they know nothing about. And like the next movie, Alien Covenant, actually makes more sense as to why they're going out. But this one, it's just we're trying to find our gods, and that is just so fucking stupid to me.
From the map of the stars,
Yeah, from the star people that somehow they figured out that they were all pointing to this one, like, and it's like galaxies away. Like, no, none of that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was shit. It was a long ways away. Yeah, I can't remember. I had it memorized for a minute.
Well, the actual speech they give about it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Not great.
No, not at all. And yeah, so they get into this goddamn planet, go into these caves, and then they get lost. Well, they go in, and they
got those robot scanner
little
things
drones.
flying
They
around.
send that scanners out.
Mapping the place or whatever.
Yeah, mapping this cave system that they think it is or whatever, or like a building or whatever, because it seems like it's built in, like it's been there for a while.
That might have been the best CGI in the whole movie.
Oh, the little scanners?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things were cool. It made sense. Like they were actually like, okay, I understand what that.
Yeah, they did that well, I thought.
Yeah, I didn't even mind the holograms that they start seeing.
Oh yeah. It was
like those because they were made to look gritty. You know what I mean? Like so, it made more sense that they were like it was broken film kind of thing.
I didn't understand why we got to see that though. Well,
because David walks over and he presses a couple buttons. There's like a split scene where he walks to a door and he just presses a couple buttons and then that starts happening.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, how does he know that?
I must have been picking my nose on that. I missed that. I didn't see why all of a sudden there was these ghost like things running around. And I'm like, what the fuck? How's that going?
How did we get here?
I guess that's what happens.
Standing there, and how did we get here? Yeah, no, it's literally just like a blink and you'll miss it scene where David just walks over and pushes a couple buttons on like a panel.
He's pushing the hieroglyphs or whatever.
Yeah.
He does that a few times in the movie I saw. But
yeah, that's kind of what he did. He just kind of pushes on it, and then those start lighting up. Again, just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like plot, but it doesn't make sense. It's bad.
It doesn't make. Yeah, I don't get like why that footage exists or whatever. Like why?
Right? Like why? Why did is that their kind of security?
Maybe
camera?
I guess.
But like. I guess that's like us watching, security cameras of people that died or whatever on ships or whatever, like a black box. But
true enough, yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, the guy,
but still, kind of weird,
losing his head in the door.
Yeah, right. that was kind of cool. I didn't mind that.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Like I do like, and I like you said, the Scottish guy, and like. A couple of them, they have kind of a funny dynamic in these scenes when they're traveling in these caves. Like there's a lot of like I don't know, like a little bit of camaraderie, or where they're like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this. Like when they watch the thing get its head cut and then they walk over and then they find the alien. The Scottish guy is like, nope, I'm here to look for fucking rocks.
That's right.
I am not here to do anything. This is a guy. What do you want me to do? I'm out.
That might have been one of my favorite parts of the movie.
That's probably one of the best scenes of the entire movie.
These aren't rocks.
Because it's so real. Like, I'm just here to study rocks, man. What the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do?
These aren't rocks. Yeah. That was pretty funny.
And then, so yes, this is when they. So now I'm getting back into the actual what happens in the movie. So they find the thing, Like they end up finding one of these gods that they've been looking for, and it's dead. And they realize that all these things are dead. Like they found signs of them, but like everything's dead on the ship to their belief.
Mhm.
Come back later for more to find that fucking out. Oh, Jesus. So they find this thing and they see that its head's severed, and then like something starts changing or something. Like something gets kind of weird. So they're like, oh no, it's the storm is approaching and it's about to block them from being able to get back to the ship.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So what they do is they go, oh, and they take the head, and then they wrap the fucking head of this goddamn alien that they think is their god.
Mm-hmm.
They wrap the head up and take and they go to take it back to the ship.
They put it
Meanwhile,
in a big plastic bag.
Yeah, in a bit like
that's what
okay,
it's like a big clear recycling bag.
Yeah, yeah. Like they're like, okay, for all your technology that you have, you don't have anything better than a fucking Mylar bag.
It wasn't even Mylar. It was like
no, it's just plastic.
Yeah, but anyways.
Yeah, so yeah, they wrap that, and then this is where you see David finds those the little things that are kind of like the little black cauldrons or whatever that are kind of like alien eggs, or that are like, oh, is that what the like how they can? I hate this movie.
The black goo, whatever the mystery black tar.
Yeah, the mystery tar. And so that's where he steals some, because they're like, oh, we have to go, and he takes a little bit in his bag, and that sets up for a bit that happens in a little bit. Like, so he takes a little bit of it, all sneaky like, and then they start leaving, and then the two scientists run off. The Scottish guy and the other guy are like, fuck it, we're going back to the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're out of here.
And somehow they get fucking lost, even though none of the communications are fucked up at this point. And they still have radar to show them exactly where the fuck they went. So there's no way they should have got fucking lost. They should have been able to make it to the front of that fucking, but no, they get lost. And the rest of the team finds their fucking way out.
Mm-hmm.
Super quick, super easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all because of so these two get lost for some fucking reason. And God, this movie makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. And then there's those,
like everybody makes bad decisions, man.
They're lost, and then those snake aliens come along. The water, or the black tar, I guess, or whatever it is.
Yeah. Because you see earlier that there's the little worms, and like that, the black goo falls on the worms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and after David takes some of it falls down, and the worms like eat some of it, and
they're partying. Yeah.
Yeah, and right, black tar heroin.
Yeah.
And then later you see what happens to these fucking worms.
Mm-hmm.
When they come along them, and they're actually fucking these snake things.
Mm-hmm.
But and then there's this big
wraps is one of the snake things. Wraps is around the dude's arm there, and fucking. It's breaking my arm. It's breaking my arm. Cut it off. Cut it off. They cut it off, and he breaks his arm.
Right, and then all the acid sprays.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I like the effect on that when you see him later, and it's just his face is just melted into it.
It was pretty good, yeah. And even the way the helmet was melting was good.
Yeah, and he's like pulling it off, like it's pulling it off and stuff. Yeah. I really like that effect.
That was done pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but like those kills are great. But again, they try to leave this is them still the main party. I'll go back to. So while these fucking idiots are getting attacked by this fucking snake thing, the rest of the party is running back to escape this fucking storm. And then stupidly CGI storm, and it's chasing them. It's like a mile behind them, and they're not even it's like a 10 seconds behind them, and they're driving. They're fast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's like right on their ass. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's none of that makes fucking sense. That's not how storms work.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you can see them roll like that, but not really. You would see more effect than that.
Yeah.
Of this giant, and then And then they get to the ship, and then the dumb bitch. Sorry, but the main female fucking scientist, like the wife or whatever.
Mhm.
She drops the fucking head.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I have to go back for it. While there's fucking bricks and fucking like just a storm of shit flying at them. Like it is just fucking,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
almost
all like hard carbon just flying at them.
yeah,
Like,
it looks like glass, and it looks brutal. Yeah.
yeah.
But-
And she's like, no, I have to get this head of my god. So she risks fucking 3 other people's lives by jumping out there. Nobody dies because David comes out and saves them. And everybody goes, oh, well, maybe he could be a good guy. The only good robot in any of these movies is Bishop. Bishop was great. He was a very good robot, like as a good in Aliens. But he's the only good robot that you really like, just naturally good. Like he doesn't have any ulterior motives that come out. At least he still tries to save everybody.
Yeah, he seems to be a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a good bot. What do they call? What do they like? What do I prefer to be called again?
Artificial intelligence or artificial person.
There you go. Yeah.
Why is there a synthetic on board? Why didn't you tell me there's a synthetic on board? I prefer the term artificial person myself, but yeah. So they get the head back. I think they're like they're just entering the cave on yours. On mine, they're just getting the head back. So we're a little off on our screens, but I'm going to kind of roll with what's going on mine.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
But
try to time that better next time, maybe.
Yeah, no, we'll absolutely, because I just put it on as I was like, just to remind myself, and then I saw that you had it set up behind you, and I went, oh shit.
I just did that last second. I thought of that.
Yeah. So next time for Covenant, we'll time it out so I'll have something to talk off so that I can just look over and go, oh yeah, this fucking part.
Be pretty much the same thing. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Because right now they got the head. They all made it. They fucking made it back. Other than the 2 that are lost, the rest of them made it back. And now they're studying this head. And at first, what they do is they like while it's just doing its initial scan, they're already like looking at it way too seriously. Like they want to fucking. They do what they do, but at first. And you see how it looks like the head of it. It looks like a. I guess we're gonna get into this pretty quick. It looks like the space jockey from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice when they have the head, because it has the mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it has that elephant kind of nose and face.
Yeah.
And then they fucking blow it all up, and they tell you that is just a mask. It's not their actual face.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hoping that we'd get an origin to the space jockey and not these fucking albino men. But it turns out they're the fucking same thing.
Yeah.
The albino men, like that cool mask, that cool face and design. That's not their face. It's a fucking space mask. For these giant albino men.
Yeah.
So that's the space jockey. Oh my god! There are so many comics that came out way before this. Like these were like in like right after Aliens. They started doing like even more with the colonial marines and them fighting alongside these space jockeys, and they are giant like elephant looking things with these big tusks and like these hardcore weaponry, and they speak telepathically, and they're awesome. They're like a really cool species. So I denounce this movie for saying that is the origin of the space jockey. I can't do it because that ruins so much, so much that I had thought through years and all this stuff. It just ruins it. Just throws it in the trash and says no. It's a space mask for a fucking 8-foot albino man. That's also your god.
He's wearing a helmet.
But they're the ones that created you.
Mm-hmm.
What? What? So the space jockeys are our creators? Ridley Scott, what kind of crack were you smoking?
Mm,
Like, and you were a good director.
it was
But
pretty weak.
also, I'm gonna get into where'd my hat go? Okay, I gotta contain myself a little bit again. Just something about that I never talked about in our Alien review that actually bothers me about Ridley Scott and how everyone's like, oh my god, Alien, it's his movie and he created it so much. It's not. It's really Dan O'Bannon, who actually I might have talked about this. I actually might have,
Yeah,
but
I think
it's
so.
Dan O'Bannon who went to film school with like George Lucas, and like a bunch of like people from that era. It might have been Cameron, but I don't think so. What's his name? Spielberg, I think, was part of it. Maybe. I don't know. There's a group of these students, and they made a movie together called Dark Space. I think it's called. It's this stupid movie, but it's funny. But anyways, Dan O'Bannon really created this whole thing, and he wrote the story, and he was going to sell it to this low quality company, the story, and then Fox somehow heard about it. It was like, no, let's throw a lot of money into this. So they threw money into it, and everyone's like, hey, fuck off, Dan O'Bannon. And I'm again, I'm going to say something right now. I'm not trying to rip off Movie Dumpster because they have almost word for word what I'm saying. But you guys have pretty much taught, and I watched all the clips that the guys from Movie Dumpster, a great movie review channel, if you want to see something that's more edited, more on point, and more, I don't know, higher quality than this, how it is right now, which I still love, you should go check out Movie Dumpster and Hack the Movies because they both have great reviews on this stuff that's a little bit more on point. We'll get there, I promise. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's still me. But because they also get paid to do what they do. I have to take time for this.
Oh shit.
But yeah, they're like it was his movie, and they just were looking for a direct like Fox didn't want to deal with Dan O'Bannon. He wanted to direct it originally, but Fox was like, no, you're fucking too weird, you're too crazy, shut up. So they found Ridley Scott, who had only done one movie before this. And it was like The Swordsman or something like that. And it was like a weird, I don't know, like period piece. It had nothing to do with sci-fi at all.
Oh, yeah.
So they bring Ridley Scott in, and then after that, everybody goes, oh my God, he made this, he created this amazing. He didn't really create it. He got thrown into an amazing job, and he did great. Like, I love the shots in Alien and all that, but I think Aliens, again, is better because it's a better shot movie. And it's more fast-paced, and it's just better.
It's way better.
So the fact that Ridley Scott, he's actually gotten movies canceled. When other people were trying to take on the Alien name, he literally forced Fox to make this fucking movie Prometheus. Other than this other movie that director Neil Blomkamp, he made District 9. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's very, very like kind of shaky cam, like really like down to earth. Like you see the action from like a person standpoint, really in the battle. Like they do that really well. Mm-hmm. And he was gonna make an Alien movie that completely disregards Alien 3, and was gonna have all the characters from Aliens come back, and it was gonna be like kind of what they've been doing already with like I guess they call them requels, where they choose what movies that they're going to consider canon, and then they're like, oh, but these ones aren't part of canon, and they start their own series kind of from a point. Because like Halloween just did that, where they did Halloween, like Halloween 2018, and it was a sequel to the original Halloween, but not to any of the other sequels that came from that movie. Mm-hmm. That was a long-winded thing of saying I hate. But I thought it would have been a good movie, and I hate Ridley Scott. I'm not a big fan of his. I'm really not. He's done good movies, but he's also done a lot of shit movies, and a lot of his best movies that he's done, he got given to him. He didn't write them. He didn't create them. I mean, Gladiator was a great movie. I love Gladiator, and that was his.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like the first.
I don't know their library like you do by any means, but
yeah, but anyways, I just wanted to say that the fact that Ridley Scott forced a really cool sequel to get shut down to make this garbage movie is a travesty. It really is, because that sounds like a cool idea, and it would have been more to the comic books. And anyways, we'll get back to this shit show. So they get the head.
They get the head.
So they have the head. Okay, so they're examining it. They take off the mask and they it's a fucking albino man. Cool. What do they do next to that fucking head? What do you think they do? They test it. They do like biological scans. No, they hook up electricity to the fucking thing and try to like wake it up.
They did do some sort of scan to it, and then and then that's why they decided to give it a booster.
Yeah, they're like some neurons are still going. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, we just need to give them a boost. We just need to give them a little boost. Yeah.
They Frankenstein this fucking alien.
Hook up the jumper cables and go.
Hook up the juice and fucking twist his nipples. Like
jam it in his neck. Hopefully you hit the right
literally
spot.
like in his neck hole. Like, oh no, isn't it on the? It might be on the side of the head or something.
I don't think they really showed it that well. It was on the side somewhere, neck or head or something. Yeah. To me, it looked like it was a little lower, but.
Oh, I guess actually on yours we're right at that point because I went on my tangent. So now we're at the point where they're checking out the head.
Did I bump?
But anyways, I guess this is going on fairly long.
I don't hear you as good now for some reason.
Oh, sorry. You good?
Oh, there. That's a little better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
did I die out for a second there?
No, you didn't die out. It just got quieter. But who knows what's going on the live stream?
Oh yeah, there's that too. Yeah. So they hook it up and they try to talk to the head that's right behind you right now. Mm-hmm. They look at it. Yeah, it's literally right fucking there. Yeah, and they just kind of probe it on the sides, I think.
Their little fancy little scalpel things or whatever the fuck they are. Here we go.
Yeah.
Stick it in. She looks confident. She's like, here? Should I put it here?
Yeah. Does this make sense? Like none of this makes sense that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
These are fucking scientists. And what are they going to wake it up?
Give it more. Yeah, she's like telling
give it more.
400, 500 or whatever. I can't remember. 600.
Yeah, pushing it.
Then all of a sudden they're like, "Holy fuck, that's too much. Turn it down."
Yeah, holy fuck, we're blowing its brain up, and then it melts. But we'll see this great effect. This is a terrible effect too.
Not great, no.
No. Because it could have been a really cool practical thing, but no, they fucking overdid it with CGI on it too.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Quick, put it in the bubble.
We have to put it in stasis.
They're like, it stinks, the smell.
Yeah, yeah. It's a dead head from like 1,000 years ago. That's the other thing they find out is that this thing has been dead for like 1,000 years.
That's right. Yeah, they do a carbon date or some shit.
Yeah,
at some point there.
Yeah, and then that's when the one scientist gets super sad because he's like, "Oh, we go to find our creators and they're dead. Oh, I'm gonna get drunk because my whole purpose sucks." God, these characters suck.
They do.
like that's all that happens is he gets mopey. And then fucking David comes around. Well, actually, he's old mopey and he's wandering through all drunk. And he's giving David shit. Talking about like, oh, well, what do you think about your creator? It's just us, blah, blah, blah. Like, just like putting his own fucking insecurities onto this fucking android for some reason. And then David goes, yeah, but would you like another drink? And then puts some of that fucking black goo into his drink. And the guy just goes, yeah, and downs the fucking drink. And
Yeah,
then,
he didn't fuck around either. He fucking guzzled
no,
that. It's like
he just took that thing.
Stone Cold Steve Austin kind of like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He just shot that shit right back.
Tastes good.
And then for some reason he gets really horny. Goes back to his wife, who's like, yeah, but like everything's okay. It's okay.
Oh, she was like,
yeah.
oh, we found the DNA matches, and she's all super excited, and then that's how they got all happy together.
Yes, that they are they have the same DNA as us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And then they got frisky, yeah.
Yeah, and then they have sex in a stupid drawn out scene that make it like again, they could have just alluded to it. It's just like nudity for nudity, but
there wasn't even any nudity. At least not on the version that I watched. There was
you see like maybe an ass cheek. Like
maybe. I don't even know if you did.
And I think it's probably a guy's. Because it's just like this weird shower that no, the shower that's in the next movie. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. There's a very gratuitous nudity scene where
I don't think there's any in that one.
No,
Prometheus.
No, there's not. You're right. There's a weird C-section scene.
That's a fuck.
It's a bad scene.
Oh god. Well, the scene is one thing, but how she's like superhuman afterwards still.
Yeah. Just walking around.
And it's like
she just stapled herself back together.
It's not like modern technology. It's fucking staples.
Like she literally just staples the machine staples it, and then she carries. I'm pretty sure she has like a staple gun with her because they keep fucking tearing.
She keeps stimming herself. She's got fucking stims. She's like
that's what it is. Yeah,
she's like a stim addict, like I am in fucking Call of Duty. She's just like, which I guess maybe is how the C-section. I don't know, but I mean, the robot. It's like it's so old. Like the robot fucking spreads the iodine for one across her belly, and then they cut her open, and the thing pulls
the squid fucking looking thing, which is so weird. Yeah, it has nothing to do with aliens, like really.
Pulls the 3-month-old we had sex 30 minutes ago baby out. And then fucking staples her shut like fucking like all these things. And then she's running around in the rest of the movie like fucking
like a superhero.
Yeah, like a superhero. Yeah. I was just like that's.
And so we've been going a little while on this movie, so we can rush through a lot of it because we've talked about a lot of what we don't like. So we'll go from there. So that's like the beginning of where the aliens come from. It's like she gets this C-section because they have sex, and it turns out David's little test with the black goo worked, and she's got some kind of fucking embryo in her.
David's excited.
It comes out, and that happens, and it's just a terrible scene. And then after she falls out, she discovers that, Wayland is alive, because she's just coming out of that, and then she kind of like stumbles upon Wayland in his pod, and like everybody waking him up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's right after she gets that, and so she's still literally reeling from that fucking surgery, and then they're like, well, we have to go back. There's one left. There is one alive. He's in a cryo chamber. They didn't find that out at all with any of their other fucking radar mapping. No. Or like nobody, like none of the scientists knew about that, but these guys like did David somehow block that it doesn't make sense. Like they should have found like any kind of chamber with any kind of life. It should have come up because it showed that like any kind of life gets shown with the snake things that break the dude's arm and
some sort of life form.
Yeah. It should have been there. Like, it should have showed up, but no, nobody else understands it. Nobody else gets to see that until Wayland's there, and he's on his last bit of health. And, like, he's got his last, 2 days left of life.
His last 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah. And so he's out there, and he's trying, and so they get up, and he's like, well, we're going, Dr. Shaw, and if you want to come, you can come with us. And she just had this fucking C-section with this giant squid thing that got pulled out of her. And she goes,
kicking and screaming. Didn't come out easy. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, okay. And then stims herself and then puts on a suit to go out with these guys again, back into this fucking cave. What they figured out is an alien ship. That's also something they find out. And then they go, and then they wake this thing up, and they wake it up, and it's not happy. It gets woken up to these, for one, this fucking robot talking to it.
These chimpanzees running around, yeah.
Yeah, like these fucking small mammals, and then there's one that's talking to it like it knows it, and it's like, what the fuck? And I love once it like smells David, it's like, oh, like you're a creation of theirs. I don't like this. Like that's the reason why. Apparently, that's kind of like a whole reason why he's so angry, is that it realizes that the humans are creating these things that are way above even their like intelligence or like their understanding of what they're creating with these robots. And that they're creating other life, but they're the only ones that are supposed to do that. These engineers that they call it.
The engineers, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big theory about the movie that I've read into. Okay, it makes a little bit of sense. Like that's why it gets so mad right away. It figures out that it's not human. Like it's not one of its creations.
I was confused a little bit about the anger there.
Because it just snaps immediately. It just rips David's head off.
As soon as he starts speaking to him in
its language.
And then he's just like, fuck you.
He's like, you shouldn't, like, there's no. Rips its head off. Yeah. And then just fucking slaps Wayland. I'm pretty sure he just slaps him down or kicks him or something.
Yeah, something, yeah. Stumbling.
Like it's just like a little like, oh, fuck you. Because it's like this old crippled dude that's just like, tell me why. Why did you do this? Shut up.
Like, why am I your mini-me?
Right? And I just love that his character meant nothing to the movie. There was no reason for him to be there.
Every time I saw him in that movie, I was like, it's Dr. Evil.
Right?
The way he walked, like it was like, I couldn't quit thinking that. I couldn't quit thinking. Every scene I saw him in, I was just like, when's he gonna do it?
Right? When's he gonna pull up the cat? Where's Mr. Bagel Grip?
That's right. Yeah. Where's my skinless
cat? Wow, I pulled that out of
he had a dog or something.
He did
in the first scene. Or
in the very first scene, yeah. He has his dog there.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah. So they all get killed. This thing's pissed off, and it just goes kind of storming off. It's pissed. Well, it goes and it starts the machine up, and it kind of like they all run it. Like Shaw runs away. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or because I think because the engineer goes to start the ship. He gets in and goes to start it so it can fucking leave.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he jumps in the commander's chair there or whatever, and all the
and it shows the whole space jockey thing that they find them in. It's the whole same setup that in Alien that they find them in. It's that same space chair that he's sitting in. God, it makes me so angry. There's no reason for it. So I've said it before, so we'll keep going. It's mad. It goes to fly away. She runs away. And then she goes back to the ship, I think, or she's running, or we cut back to the ship, and the daughter was there. She runs with Shaw. They get back to the ship, and the captain's like, well, I'm going down, Shaw says, we have to take that thing down, blah, blah, blah. And the captain goes, okay, I know what I have to do. And then tells the daughter, like, hey, your craft is right there.
Yeah.
You can, it's its own portable thing. Take it and go. So you can survive if you are for a couple months or a couple years like that. Just go. So she goes to do that, and it crashes. Fucking women drivers. No, I'm kidding. But then this is another great scene with the captain, who's just a great character, and Idris Elba, when he goes like, "Hey boys, you don't have to be here with me, but I know, like I'm heading for that goddamn spaceship. Like, like he knows what he has to do. He doesn't want any of that black goo or any of that shit to get back to the fucking back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes, okay, I know what I have to do, and he just drives the fuck into it. But it's actually like a pretty well done scene with him and the guys, and they're just like, yep, this is what's happening. I guess I'll get that bet in the afterlife.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I thought that was like one of the most like kind of realistic scenes when it's just like, yep, Captain going down with the ship.
Mm-hmm. The special effects of that was pretty good too, I thought.
Yeah, when it crashes into the ship.
Yeah,
but
it was pretty good, I thought. Yeah.
But here's my like one of my, I can't say it's my most hated scene in this movie, but it's one of my most hated scenes in all of cinema because it's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. So this spaceship is a giant circle, right? If you look at a circle like this, but in a 3D way, it's just a giant line that's just kind of like a square, like this, that's rolling. The spaceship comes crashing down, and this spaceship is just rolling like a circle, like it's going like this.
That's right. Yeah,
right?
yeah. Rolling
it's going
on the
like
ground.
This. On the ground when it crashes and it hits the ground, and Shaw and the daughter, fucking Charlize Theron, they're both there, and they're like, "Fuck, we have to go," and they run, and this thing is going like this, right? And how do they run? Directly in front of it. They keep running straight until Charlize Theron trips and dies from it.
That's right. Yeah.
Left to the right. It's just like this. If you would have put half the effort you put into running that straight line, you would have been safe.
If you'd have ran 20 feet that way.
That's what it was like, half the effort.
Yeah.
Half the effort, and you would have been fine.
Then the other dude just barely survives.
Yeah, Shaw.
Hides by a rock there, and it crashes on him, but there's just a little crack there that he's manages to get through. He manages to go 10 feet that way and gets out.
Yeah. And then it turns out that the engineer is alive from that whole crash of it, and then the chick from the C-section who was that's the one that was running with her too. Is that the woman with the C-section who was running away from the ship?
That's
right. Just got a C-section. So she was running with the daughter. Just had that C-section.
Mm-hmm.
And was able to outrun this thing further than Charlize Theron, who was in way better physical shape. Somehow tripped. And again, they don't run either fucking way. Okay, I'll believe that. And then her face mask cracks, and it's like there's no oxygen. And then she realizes that the spacecraft, that like the little pod is on the side. Mm-hmm. And she goes, oh, I'm gonna get there. There should be some oxygen left that a tank or something I can take at least. She gets onto that ship, and that's also the place where the C-section happened, and that squid got left in the room because she locked the squid in that room. So she gets back in there, and then the engineer shows up, and she's running from it, fucking throwing shit and doing some kind of superhuman shit after again a C-section. Mm-hmm. And then she gets the idea and goes, oh yeah, and then opens the door. So this giant, what was a small, it was still a pretty big squid, like this big, is now the size of the fucking room apparently, in the span of an hour, 2 hours, real fucking fast. And then it pulls the engineer in, and then that's pretty much that. You don't really until the end credit scene or whatever, but that's that. It killed the engineer. Cool. That's that with the engineers, and then the chick's just kind of oh wait, is that? Yeah, no, he doesn't get out of that. No, I don't think so.
Who? The engineer?
The engineer. No, I don't think he doesn't get out of that room after the squid. That's it, right?
No, he gets the thing down his throat. And he's got the snake down his throat thing.
Yeah. So it starts getting all sick in it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But so it kind of cuts away, and then it's just Shaw. She doesn't know the female C-section woman. Her name's Shaw in the movie. So, but she gets she's like, oh, and then David contacts her in her ear. The robot, his head is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And contacts in her ear and goes, I know how to control. There's another ship on this planet, and I know how to control it.
I can fly it. Yeah,
I can fly it. Okay, like, are we going back to Earth? And she goes, no, I'm going to their planet.
Uh-huh.
The movie ends.
The movie ends. Yeah, them going.
They just shoot off, and then they go into cryo sleep. I'm pretty sure she goes into cryo sleep, and like David's head's there or something like that.
I don't remember that part. I just remember them taking off. But yeah,
but I think she goes to sleep or something. I think it ends with her with Dave. No, David's not he's still just the head, because in the next movie
she drags the head and the body back. To the stage. That's part of the scene. So they.
And does she connect him again?
I don't know if they show it connected or not, but they show her dragging the head and the body back to the
to the ship.
To the ship, yeah.
And then they fly off to go take the war.
She must have put them back together, or he couldn't have flew that thing.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. Is like, because he's gonna have to use his hands and stuff.
Yeah, he had to sit in that captain's chair with the fucking holographic universe. Whatever, map or whatever that it was. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool actually. But
again, but it makes more sense because it's the aliens' technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I can believe that. But when it's the human technology doing the same shit, when that technology is not in this universe, it should never have been in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't match up to begin with, and it fucking sucks. It's proven by this movie that like their technology doesn't work either. And but that's just how the movie ends. Is they're off to go take the war to the engineers, but it's just her and a broken robot. I don't know what their plan there is. Like, the one was obviously pissed off enough to see you. Why are you gonna go to their planet in one of their ships?
They're talking about the ship was heading back to Earth to destroy it.
Yeah,
but they don't give you any clue as to why.
No, that's the question. That's the big question. It's like, oh well, what? And
why do they want to destroy us?
And we'll get an answer to that question in the next movie. I promise you.
In the next movie, okay.
There's it gets worse, but then it gets better. I promise you, after Covenant, it gets better. But Covenant I enjoy Covenant more because it's a bit more action and it's a bit more, but it's stupider. Like this movie, they at least tried with an idea, even though it didn't fucking make any sense. They tried something different. Mm-hmm. Alien Covenant is just like, oh, nobody liked my own ideas, so I'm gonna go back to what I think people like. Like that, it's like so it's really Ridley Scott being like, oh, like nobody liked my artsy alien movie, so I'm gonna go back and make a like kind of actiony one like they liked with Aliens.
Oh yeah. Is he Covenant as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. These are, and apparently he's fighting Fox right now, so he can make a third movie in this god awful series that apparently, because it was originally supposed to be a 3-movie deal that he did, and then this one didn't do great. Well, it did good and made good box office because of what it was, but then people saw the movie and they went, "Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all." No, but like it was a cool concept. Like, oh, the origin of kind of the space, like they kind of made it seem like it was the origin of the space jockey and this and that. And like, I would have loved to see that, but not like this. Not like this.
No, it wasn't good. There was one scene in the movie that made me shake my head, was where C-section girl's running along and then she stops and she sticks her hand into this room and you don't see where she gets it from, and then she comes out with this big fucking axe.
Yeah.
When I saw that scene, I was just like, "What the fuck is that?"
Right?
It's like,
Now I have a weapon. Like, what?
yeah, I'm using this emergency axe that you don't see anywhere in the movie,
Anywhere.
anywhere ever. And then
No.
she's just like, and then the fucking thing she pulls out is like,
Right?
oh, it's just a normal fucking emergency axe, but they put this goofy handle on it and
Yeah,
stuff.
they make it look stupider. Like,
Yeah, they make it look stupider. Yeah, I was just thinking, wow, like that scene was pretty weak.
oh, it was just dumb. Like the writing in this movie was just bad. And
That was one of the things I wrote down. Other than that, we pretty much covered everything.
right, like,
Yeah,
because that was pretty much a comedy scene where she does that. It's like a cartoon scene. Like,
yeah, totally, yeah. They made the engineers look like Eminem too. I thought.
yes, right,
Yeah.
absolutely. They were too white for their own good.
Well, they have when I was, I mean, it looked like Eminem. It actually looked.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought it had some resemblance.
Even with the nose, like they just added like a little bit more of a bump, but like it's pretty close. If you did a side by side profile, oh, that would be funny. If I could find a picture of that, I might edit that up and do it.
There you go. Yeah. What else did I get? Anything else? I think that's it. There was that one scene too where the dude's sick from eating the poison or whatever, and they're trying to get him back to the scene or back to the ship or
God,
whatever.
yes.
And they're like, she's you're sick, and then they're like, he's like, nah, and then they all just agree. Like
Yeah.
they see the guy, they can see his eyes, and they're like, you're sick. And he's like, nah, and then they're all just like, okay. And they just go back on.
Yeah.
And then like literally 2 minutes later, hell breaks loose. But it was,
and she's fucking melting him down with a fucking.
It was the flamethrower.
She melts it down with a flamethrower. Yeah.
That was fucking pretty much
stupid. And, oh yeah, and then zombie guy comes up out of fucking nowhere.
Zombie guy.
Like later on in the movie, like after like the guy gets fried, but it's like I think it's one of the dead bodies of one of the guys that they brought from the. Or he shows up or something, but like he goes like full zombie and just starts killing the. I think it's one of the body. I think it's the Scottish guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And somehow he just comes back to life after like melted on his face, and he's just there, and he just starts fucking people up. Like that scene made no fucking sense.
Totally zombie like, yeah.
Because he was dead like for like a day.
I forgot about that scene. I don't think he was even dead that long.
No. I guess they weren't even there for a day, but it was like the whole night because he was like he died sometime in the night during the storm.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find the body and they bring it back, is what I thought. Or it's the guy who gets burned up. I'm not sure which one it is.
No, I think you're right. I think it's this the rock
Scottish guy. Yeah, who got the thing melted to his face, and I thought they brought the bodies back, like to like no one gets left alone or whatever, and the bodies are on the main ship, like in the hole though, like they were gonna wrap them up and do something with them, like they were just on the bottom of the ship.
Yeah, I don't
and then
remember that
guys are working in the cargo bay or something.
Yeah, I don't remember
then the guys are working, and then he just kind of like comes up, and just starts fucking them up in there, and you're like, what?
Yeah, it was like superhuman strength too.
Yeah,
throwing people across the room, like
people bigger than him in like pretty heavy looking gear and shit, just like, and you're like, what? What is that? Who needed a zombie scene? And like
Superman.
like I understood it in Alien when Ash was super strong because he was a robot, and that was like a secret little twist thing. Like okay, like he's a robot, so that's why he's stronger than you would think. But like this is just a zombie that just comes up and just starts killing things. There's no purpose for it. None of this movie has any purpose really. None of the characters, none of the plot.
No,
none of it.
Not being a diehard Aliens fan like you and being like limited in the lore or whatever.
Yeah.
That I even and just watching familiar with Alien and Aliens because I just watched them.
Yeah.
Watching this movie made me think that they'd wasted so much potential, and I don't, and
So
I
much.
don't, and I don't even know the story like you. Like fuck.
No, and like it could have been good. Like I could have got onto the story of like a bit of an origin on everything, but not like this. This is just bad.
Bad.
Like I love it. Like it's my favorite. But that's why I'm happy. It's the only movie that doesn't have Alien in the title.
Yeah, actually, that's how I started messaging you because I downloaded, I got Disney and shit, and then I looked up
Yeah,
Alien or whatever, and
yeah,
all of the movies and shit came up, but not that one.
yeah.
I had to
Right?
search. I had to search fucking Prometheus. Well, I searched
Yeah,
on my phone first, like list the aliens movies,
yeah,
and then it said Prometheus, and then it clicked in my head that that was the one you said. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah. When you're asking me, like, is it Covenant I watch or Romulus?
yeah. So then
Romulus is going to be the good one. So we
I
have to
figured
watch.
it out. Covenant next, right?
Yeah, we got to watch Covenant next, and we'll go over that movie. Which you know what? I like shitting on movies, but I can't wait to get to Romulus because it's a fucking great time.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's
I'll watch Covenant here, and I
sometime
don't know.
this week, and then we'll do
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Absolutely. Well, hey,
Charlize Theron was the best part of this movie,
oh, absolutely.
and that was just to look at.
Oh, absolutely.
Visually.
Hey, absolutely. Oh, you mean Wayland didn't the lizard skin didn't get you going at all?
No, Dr.
No.
Evil or no.
Dr. Evil didn't do it for you?
No.
No.
Not
No.
at all. No.
No, me neither.
Not a great movie. You know,
No.
I watched it though, and I wasn't like dying all the way through it, going, "Fuck, is it over yet?" You know, they kept me going. They kept me going.
Yeah, there's fun story beats and stuff like that.
It was watchable, but it was I don't know.
But it's not something I would recommend. I would literally tell
2 or 3 stars out of 10, maybe.
Yeah, like I wouldn't recommend it if you have to learn this part of the alien lore, sure, but you can absolutely skip this movie if you want to just watch alien movies. If you want to watch alien movies, watch the ones that start with alien. That's it. You can completely skip this movie and none of it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single part of it matters. And it didn't need to be made. It didn't need to be made this way. Oh, here, I think you're getting to the C-section scene. No. Oh no, this is when David gets all weird.
My necklace. It might be contaminated. I'm taking your cross.
Right? God, yeah, there was so much anti-religious stuff for like.
It was weird.
But like also pro-religious and anti, like the robot hated religion and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was strange. It was strange. The robot hated religion. Yeah.
Yeah.
David.
Yeah.
Gave him a good religious name. David.
Right? That's what I mean. Like, and he's like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, like you know, like
Jesus.
Right? Jesus.
Jesus. Fuck. Moses.
Right?
Good strong biblical name.
Fuck.
Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done. I think we've shit on it enough. Okay. I don't recommend it. If you have to watch it, sure. But there's a lot better movies in this franchise to watch. I promise you that. There's even better comic books. There's better wet dreams that I've had in the Alien universe than this fucking movie, okay?
Charlize Theron.
Right? There you go. All right. Well, again, thanks, Carl. Thanks for having me on here, and I hope I get a couple more subscribers even when we put this up, because people are going to I will force this down people's throat on my channel. Trust me. I will clip the hell out of this one.
I'm just having fun. Whatever you do, man. I'm just having fun. It's fun.
I'm loving it.
Just having fun. That's it.
I'm loving it. Yeah. Make sure to hit up JimmyJamz Presents and check out all my. I think the link's probably still in there. I know there's not many people watching right now, but people that will, you never know. But yeah, just hit up those links. And I want subs. I need the subs.
I'll put it in the description box.
Perfect. So I won't be a liar.
And if you comment on the video, I'll pin it so you'll be right at the very top.
Oh, perfect. I will absolutely do
that's
that.
the easiest way for people to find it, because then they don't even have to go to the description box.
Yeah,
They can just see it right there, and I'll pin it. It'll be right at the fucking top, and it's just like
that's perfect.
bing.
I love it. It's right there.
It's right there. That's the best way. The best way.
Okay.
Comment on the video. Just say, "Hey, it's me."
Right? Absolutely. Hey, it's Jimmy Jam. I know that guy.
Exactly.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks again, Carl. I had a great time, and let's watch another great movie next time, and we'll talk about that one.
Covenant.
Alien Covenant. Another one of Ridley Scott's. Another one of his movies. I'm not going to say good. I'm not going to say bad. I'm not going to say anything. It's just another movie. It is a movie that happened.
Well, I'll watch it once, and who knows, maybe even twice before next week. And yeah, we'll do this again.
Yeah,
I
would love. I actually am really excited to hear your thoughts on this one because now that I know where you're going into it, you're going to have very similar reactions. And there's one scene you might laugh out loud because I did.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, don't tell me.
It's not supposed to be laughing, but
oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Don't
tell me.
Don't tell me.
No.
Suspense for the next episode.
If anybody that watches this video knows it, make sure to spoil it for him in the comments.
Yeah, I don't read the comments because all you haters. No,
right?
I'm lucky that way. That doesn't come across my channel very often.
No, I've only had like 2 dislikes out of like all my life.
Oh, I've had lots of thumbs downs. I mean, people that come on your chat in your
actually
comment. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I only have good comments that I've noticed.
Yeah,
at least that's all I see, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
From the good people,
right?
The good people.
All right. Fucking yeah, you don't need to watch that again, Carl. You can turn that shit right off.
Oh yeah, here comes. Give me the iodine, quick.
Yeah.
Emergency. Why did they make that thing only work for males?
Right.
That's what's going on right now. She's like, this machine can't do that because it only works on the male species or whatever.
Well, it's because it's made for Wayland. That's supposed to be his medical thing.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of what comes out later. And that's why nobody wanted people to see that machine. But it's barely, again, like a split-second thing that they mention.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch that. I thought it was like the doctor on board, kind of, where it could fix anybody. That's what I got.
Yeah, well, it should be. It should be, but no, it's like actually Wayland's pod.
It looks like me on Call of Duty. except she's a lot better looking than my rat face. Sliver.
Even her with the rat face, I'd go with it.
Sliver.
All right, everybody.
Actually,
right?
I might have to.
Don't forget to stay chaotic and always keep yourself nerdy. I'm out. And maybe I'll load up some Call of Duty.
Me too. I'm going to kick you out.
Right? Okay, perfect.
I'm going to try to kick you out.
Yay! I'm going to get booted.
I think I hit that. And then, okay, thanks. Catch you later. Have a good one.
Catch you later, brother.
There we go. That's it. That's all, folks. Have a great day. Hey.